Well, today was supposed to be more working on the trunk on the Mustang, but I kind of accumulated some more stuff. Let me show you what I picked up. Right, so we went to the junkyard about a week and a half ago, roughly. I went out of town for a minute, so can't remember exactly, but we ended up finding a Mustang in the junkyard, which is kind of rare these days. Found us some doors. These are original doors. They're in really good shape. No rust anywhere really. And yeah, I decided I would cut the whole front end off the car. So the idea was I really just wanted to get the battery tray. This is an original battery tray. There's the VIN number off the old car. It's in super good shape, but rather than sit there and drill out every little spot weld and all that at the junkyard, which would have taken me forever, I took a Sawzall and I cut off the whole front of the car. Also, one of the spindles and some of the suspension stuff off of it. I already have all this stuff, but why not have a second pair? At least that's what I thought anyway. So, ended up scoring that. And I also ended up taking the back, what do you call it? So you can see underneath there, the tail panel and the brace that's on the back of it there. So what I think I'll do today is get some of this off. You can see where I hacked the quarter panel off. These are replacement quarters anyway. And then they were kind of little Bondo. Anyway, they weren't on there that great. It's really kind of sad because the car wasn't bad. It needed quarters and a little bit of floor work, but the whole rest of the car was in really, really good shape. I'm not too sure why it ended up in the junkyard. As you can see, all this whole front end, the frame rails are in great shape. There's no holes in the shock towers. There's no holes down in here that I know of. I do need to get some of the dirt out of here and inspect that a little bit, but honestly, I don't think that there's anything bad here. Core support's in great shape. You just don't see that stuff in the junkyard like you used to because they're so old and everybody wants to restore everything. What else did I find? I found those are splash guards. Those also look to be original. This tail panel is in really good shape. I really wish I wouldn't have cut these off because these were original also, but I couldn't figure out a way to cut back in. They won't allow you to have a grinder, so I had to take a Sawzall and do it that way. And it was kind of a quick thing. It was raining really bad, and it was quite a kind of a fiasco, honestly. But this is an original tail panel. All these little trunk corners are original. Anyway, so that's what I ended up getting. So what I think I'm going to do today is kind of either tear it apart or at least move things around. It also snowed a lot, so I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with this. I can't get into my backyard's a little bit of a chore at the moment. So anyway, and I really could stand to clean up the garage, as always. And so I think we'll do that today. Sorry for the heater running there too, by the way. Let's give a quick once over on the car while I'm doing this. You can see where I cut after looking at that other front end. I mean, I cut clear back right up into the cowl, all that. The cowl was bad on it. It was trash on the old one. My upper is good, but my lower is not good. I do have all the replacement panels as far as aftermarket stuff, but it sure would. I figured it sure would be nice to have a battery tray that was in good shape. Here's my original one. And she's got a couple holes in it. And I don't know, my other thought is just take the new one and just cut out along here and just save the rest of it. Because this one's in really good shape. So I might just save that front end. There's a couple little things to patch. There's a hole here where they tend to rust there, and there's one there at the back. But that's an easy fix. The VIN numbers on this car are intact. They're all in good shape. They're more up in, actually it's on that side, it's more up in this area where this cutout is. Other than it's a little bit more that way. Actually, no, it's right there. I lied, so it's right here. All the VINs, all that stuff's intact on the car, so I want to use as much original sheet metal as I can on this. I think I've said that before. So anyway, I think we'll maybe tear that other thing apart and see how far we get. I did notice a difference in the two front ends and on the shock towers. This is a 289 car front end, still a V8 car. The car that I'm redoing is a 390 car, big block car. On the shock towers down here, I'm going to show you these first. There's some metal reinforcement here. Same on the other side, same deal. And both of these have their, both cars have their date coded original stuff. This hasn't been messed with at all. So just look at that for a sec, and I'll take you over to the other car. I just happened to notice this. I thought I might point it out as I trip over everything. On the big block car, it's got the reinforcement here. This metal seems to be a little bit thicker, and they've also welded all the way down here where they didn't on the 289 car. So they must have reinforced the front end for the additional torque. There's the other one, same thing, all welded down here. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And just to show you, there's the date codes right there. Just to show you it hasn't been messed with at all. And same with that over there. That was something that I thought was kind of interesting. For the record, I did try to buy the whole car before cutting that out. But yeah, they wouldn't let me do it. So I did try to save it before I hacked it up. Anyway, just thought I'd say that. I was going to go back to the junkyard and see if it was still there, but I don't know if it's there. It snowed. I don't really want to go screw around in the weather again like I did last time. I was a drowned rat, and I don't really want to go through that again. Sorry, heater's kicking on. And you might hear some noise outside. They're doing some kind of construction work, digging up a water line or something. Anyway, if you do hear that, I can't control that. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's start digging into this. Here's a little better look at that tail panel. Yeah, it's got a little bit of ripple here behind the bumper, but all this up in here is in pretty good shape. Mine on the car has got a little issue over here, but on the driver's side. I think I've shown that before. And I really want to straighten it. If nothing else, this will help me kind of do that, so I know what things are supposed to look like. I just figured it's, even though it's got a couple little issues, it's, you know, these things are, it's better to have original metal, long story short. The other issue I got is I need to get some of this shit out of here, because my wife's Bronco is going to be done this week, supposedly. And this is where it lives. And she'll kill me if it's left outside. On that note, that car's been at the dealership for 3 weeks. And they're supposed to have it done Thursday. Today's Tuesday. So hopefully that's done. It's got a cam phaser issue, which I'm not too stoked about, but I guess at least it's under warranty. Anyway, so I'm going to flip this over or maybe not. Whatever we got to do to try and get the rest of this quarter off of here. I'm just going to expose these welds and get those off. Yeah, I'll set my tripod up and start doing that. And I'm going to try and save those trunk corners, but probably not so much any of this, because this is all chewed. I've got 4 quarters, and that comes with this piece here. We're just really trying to get this off and see what kind of shape it's in. So we'll mark a few of these. See if we can get it off. This little thing was kind of expensive, but I love it. So I have an air-powered one, but this battery-powered one's awesome. You can see that those quarters, all the Bondo and such, all through here, you can see that this wasn't even tacked on there right. It's just there. This is coming off. I had to get through that factory brazing right here. This one's a little tough to get out, but the rest of these look like they're all separated. I'm just trying to be really careful so I don't ruin anything. Okay, this has got a little lip right here, so it bends over this piece here, which is your trunk corner, and then that bends over the tail panel. I'm trying to get this off. It's got a bunch of sealer and crap in it right there. So I gotta get this off to get the bend over it. Then I drilled out some spot welds on the front. It should just pop off. I'm seeing 3 here, actually 4. I did those. Then the rest of it should just come off because it's all loose, see? So I'll keep at it. Seam sealer. Fighting that seam sealer as much as anything else. And there's so much seam sealer in here that I can't get it to pop off of there. See? All right, so I'm gonna go off camera and pick at this for a minute, and then I'll see what we got. If I wasn't trying to be careful, I would already have this done. Brazing's pretty tough shit. Tell you what, that brazing in there is something else. I always heard that was a bad repair. This stuff's hard to get out. Okay, so I just got done wire brushing around the edge, mainly to see if there was some surface rust all along here, and it's cleaning up just fine. That's all, metal's good. These aren't very thick, that's for sure. I think the new panels you get from the aftermarket places are thicker, but they definitely don't fit as well. So you can see there's a little bit of a ding thing here. The other side, maybe the same way. Can't really tell. Yeah, it looks like it is right there. Got some more factory brazing in the corner here and along this edge. The bottom of this, there's a piece on the back side. I'm just going to go right through these spot welds, because that, if you were going to weld this onto something, you'd want the hole in it anyway. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, it looks okay. Really no filler on the face of it. It's just got like 4 layers of paint on it. Looks like it was blue at one time, white. Hard to tell. But like this here, underneath it here is fine. Just got a little surface rust is all. I think that's a pretty good panel overall. Definitely time consuming to try and save one of these versus just rip it out, right? I mean, just go. But anyway, I am gonna keep going. I think I'll go along the bottom of this first, all the way down to here. And then I'll just do like I did on the other side, where I just kind of picked this off all the way around. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we drilled out all the spot welds on the bottom, everything around the sides. The bumper brackets are still attached here. I'm gonna have to take and wire wheel that to find the, I think there's 4, I believe 4, or actually 4 per side, 4 here and 4 there, that I need to take out. Then that whole bottom piece should come off. So that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, next. Well, best part, thing went flying and I didn't have my camera on. Okay, so I got it off. I don't think I'm going to tear it down any further. I think I'm going to leave this on. And same with these trunk corners. So I think I'm done with that one. I'm going to go put it away up in the attic and probably move on to the next thing. All right, this stuff here is useless. You can see all the Bondo that was on the quarters. But there's 0 Bondo in that thing right there. Even these little inside pieces, that comes with the new quarter panel, and I got them on the car over there too, as you can see. So I'm not super worried about that. These are junk. Yeah, let's put this away. Everything's all picked up. I did put everything up in the storage unit up above there. So now what I want to do is just kind of clean up, use a little shop vac action. I do want to see if these frame rails are good. Just get some of the sand and crap out of here if I can. And then we'll probably bag it for the day. So I'm gonna set up the camera and do a little vacuuming. Kind of hard to see in there, but so far looks like everything's pretty solid. I was just kind of poking at it. Let's take a screwdriver and dig this out. All I'm seeing is dirt, like a lot of dirt. Like crazy amounts of dirt. say, it's super hard to see in there. But if I shine a light in there, yep, dirt, lots of it. That looks like some kind of ancient undercoating, perhaps. Let's grab all that and throw that away. And that's just plain old dirt. But I'm not feeling any holes or anything. Just good old dirt. All right, I'm gonna keep cleaning this for a minute. Okay, so I found the clean out hole. That's where you're supposed to clean them out so the water goes out. But if you look in there, that looks really good. So that mud and gut and whatnot kind of protected it. I would really like to get over into here, like underneath the whole thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna clean out this side a little bit and then probably stop for the day. All right, same deal. Everything looks really good in there. I know it's hard to see, but a little easier. Everything's solid. There's no holes or anything in there. I really can't tell. Like this side's nice in there. I mean, that doesn't get any better than that. This side looks to be the same. Looks pretty good. That's all solid metal and a couple of chunks of junk. Anyway, I don't know how to really get behind there without taking all this out, and I'll probably do that eventually, but for right now it's kind of nice to leave it on those little drums because it'll wheel around. Anyway, I think that's it for today. There's links in the description for some of the tools I used, like the little belt grinder thing and other things. I do have an Amazon affiliate account. It doesn't cost you any more if you click on those links. It just gives me a little bit of kicker type deal. I'm supposed to say that, so I'm saying it. Thanks for watching as always, and have a great rest of your week.